so important, and everybody, even viewers, I'm sure even sometimes us casters, you know, you tunnel vision on those fights, and that's what leaves those openings for players like Benny Cutie, because we've seen even Nets do it. Like, Nets has done the same thing, right? Yeah. So there needs to be a solution for a lot of these teams to throw back. But again, that's why even Renmar highlighted this, the fact that there was kind of multiple instances where Sanford played really well on canceling those recalls, whether it was that one or the one previous where he actually got the kill. Those are so crucial as well.
I wonder if Echo are going to ban out the Franco or make sure it's open for themselves, because they can pick that as their fourth pick if they want to. They still ban out the carry. So this might be another Franco pickup if ONIC doesn't take it out. Because ONIC can focus more onto the heroes of Krautezi. I mean, they can take out the Akai. But then again, that will open up the Hayabusa as a possibility for Echo. However, you don't see enough picks on the side of ONIC to really warrant the Hayabusa just yet. But then at the same time, you're going to end up getting a jungler that can scale up relatively quickly, pairing up the quick scaling with the Farsa, and then that'll help cross on over to the late game for Benny Cutie. And as we were speaking, there's Jericho Rosales on someone's smartphone there. ONIC decide to take out the Atlas though. Franco very much open here for Echo.
Okay, another one for Yawi. Or are they prepared to make Yawi pick that again? Because as what we're seeing in the last ban, they're focused on trying to squeeze out maybe something new. Because again, as we see on this broadcast, don't fix what is broken. And Echo, one of the teams who does it perfectly.
What if he just goes Franco again?
Yeah.
I mean, he literally could. You know?
But the thing is, they're going to be giving 2 suppresses to ONIC. Because Super Prince can just take the ultimate of the Franco. You also have the suppress of the Divine Judgment of the Kaja. So I get why Echo might be thinking twice about that. If ever they want to play safe, they can go tanky jungler. There's a tanky jungler there. They pick up the Martis for Krautezi. The crowd control immunity that he gets spamming his skills should be good for him.
Okay, sorry, just a laugh. The screen was black when he was trying to show something. Okay, back in the draft, and let's see. Now it's Krautesi's hero onto Martis. Now for the side of ONIC, they don't have the marksman yet, but the answer now with Beatrix. And what would be a better way to partner it out with something for the EXP?
That's the question, though, right? This is the flexibility that they like to play with, because you don't actually know who's going to the jungle.
We don't know it yet.
Okay, now we know.
Oh, okay. It's a Thams. It's General Kai.
Yeah, so they're just getting a lane anchor, someone to help hold. And that makes sense because you don't really imagine the Kaja as someone who will hold the front line for a team. He's more of just like utility in that sense. So they have a secondary tank in that Toms. Ryota is going to be taking a brunt of the damage alongside Sensui potentially. Sensui can take up a punishing for the time being before he has to back off or then make sure he's alive for the Retribution battle. And of course, the Kufra is going to be the last pick there for Echo, and that is a handsome ring.
Man, I just gotta say, Yawi back on Kufra. Back in Season 8, that was one thing that we played on to how would we tell Yawi's story. And this hero is one of his signature picks, comfort picks. We have the Akai, we have the Kufra, we have the Franco. Yeah. Now he's back, and this is one way to get a good catch in terms of the team fights of the side of ONIC, right?
Yeah, at the same time, with all the dashes that ONIC has on their side, the Kufra blocks a good amount of the mobility that ONIC can bring out. And at the same time, this actually is just the second game for Yawi on a Kufra this season. Like you would have thought that there was more, but no, it's only the second.
It's the second game, and well, he uses all the time. Maybe he's just one thing. That's one thing that he has on his pocket always. It could be a candy, it could be a menthol, but it's a Kufra that he could use on a special fight.
All right.
I did not expect that train of thought.
I was going to say,
you mentioned candies, and then, oh no, it's the Kufra in the pocket.
Yeah.
I get it. It's his pocket pick.
Yeah.
I understand, but I just was not expecting it. So, yes. And I think it'll work great for whatever they want to approach this game with. But I think one of the biggest things, too, is just avoiding these lockdowns, especially from Kakadu. But, you know, what we've seen so far, too, with even Kaja picks here is sometimes it can backfire against you. Yeah, you have that lockdown, that single target lockdown, the Divine Judgment, but in times you could just misplace yourself and then just get bursted down, especially with Sanji here on this Farsa pick.
Still the same hero for the possible duo, what we can get from Sanji and Sanford. Oh, look at that. Peel from Ryota up against Arlet, dealing a good amount of damage early game.
So it looks like the Ryota seems very comfortable using that Tom up against Arla. Quite aggressive, already forcing Sanford to go back first. Although with the timing of it, he'll be able to get back in time to clear the wave a little bit. Both teams taking it easy right now. Echo are gonna be putting a lot of focus on just making sure Benecutie gets his farm. They wanna disturb Nets as much as they can. The inevitable mid-game power spike of a Beatrix is undeniable. So if they can delay that and expedite the farm of Benecutie, all the better for Echo.
Speaking of better way to put this, ONIC Philippines, this is the only team that I mostly noticed that if something doesn't work game one with their own draft, they still lose in game number. There's something that they keep on working on that.
Yeah.
It translates to something good.
Yeah, just slight adjustments here and there. It seems like the
always do
idea
it.
for ONIC when it comes to their drafting.
Look at the positioning here. Sensui. Ryota, on the other hand.
He doesn't have the level 4 yet, so he's just trying to zone Kekadun out here. Well, that turtle's going to be about half health. Sanford getting in position to allow Carl TZ to jump in here the best he can. Sensui does secure it. There's the Divine Judgment on Carl TZ. Nothing else going to happen here. No first blood, but first turtle going in the hands of ONIC.
Yeah, great call there by ONIC to contest that, be aggressive with it. You can't let Echo set the tempo, and so far, ONIC are the ones setting it. I wonder where they're going to be going up next. Seems like the next sequence might happen in the gold lane or somewhere in the jungle, somewhere near the river.
Yeah, look at the damage onto Benecutie. Almost trimming down his HP to 1 by Super Friends on his level 5. Now that's a Valentina they need to work around. But there could be a jump here. Yaoi still securing most of the edges. Now they're looking for something for the laning stage that they can push with Benecutie.
Oh, Kekadun.
Easy.
He's going to get caught out here, but can he survive? He can't. Sanji grabs the first blood. ONIC was just around the corner. They couldn't get there in time. Yaoi just going to force them back here.
Yeah, a bit of a gambit there. People are probably wondering, wow, what was Benecutie doing in the mid lane? Nets got a lot of gold from the energy shielding, but Echo actually got to cover their bases. And because of the rotation that Echo showed up, I don't think Kekadut expected that he would get caught out like that in the jungle. So it was a bit of a gambit, although it did work out. But this means that Nets is scaling is going to be faster, so which is why now ONIC are focusing on a sequence up here in the gold lane.
And again, this is one of the comfort picks of Nets that we've seen back in Season 10.
Oh.
Oh, look at that.
Wow, Yaoi's going to go in with that flicker too. Net's going to get shut down here in the top side. Already going down. Yaoi will get pulled with Divine Judgment. A wall to the face as well. He's going to fall here. Look at the Blazing Duet. They get the stun off. Benecutie still trying to find a kill. Can't find it, but here comes Sanford with the final slash. Has the vengeance. Now Carl TZ backside. Gets it with the Decimate. And now Kakadu falls too. They all came from the side. And now looking for more. Carl TZ falls. Now it's Sanji. The overzealous commitment turns into a couple kills as well for ONIC.
And that will most likely turn into a turtle for them as well. Overzealous, definitely was Echo there. Although that looked great, ONIC countered that beautifully.
Man, that stun onto the bush. How do you even see what's coming? And then they perfectly timed it to counter one member of Echo, and it turned to, well, dust. And how did they respond? And Echo is on point with giving reinforcements.
Yeah.
But now ONIC is likely setting up everything.
Yeah. We also have to commend Nets there. Actually, he was the one able to land the kill onto Carl TZ with a snipe. The vision was provided by Sensui. The last time we saw Carl TZ was he used his skill to get past the wall of the Grok, but then Nets, with the vision, with sights on Carl TZ, landed a snipe on him.
Now Nets is starting to have a normal day, and I hope he keeps on getting it, because now we are looking on points to climb back up. Again, one is ranking 2, one is ranking 5. This is about the playoffs, Jim, we're talking about.
Yeah, and it's normal to see this happen in the game we're in. At around the 5th minute mark, if things goes well for a team, if a team with a Beatrix versus a Claude can help their Beatrix farm up, then the lead will balloon to around an 800 to 1,000 gold difference in favor of the Beatrix over the Claude. So this is just, as you said, a normal day, not only for Nets, but for the Beatrix versus Claude matchup in the gold lane.
Yeah, comfort pick on the hands of ONIC Philippines. A 1.3k gold lead. Now let's look on possibilities. Now they're eyeing on the gold lane pressure Or remember, oh,
Okay, Yawi gonna go in again. He's gonna get bullets to the face.
Oh!
Sensui gonna get shut down with a feathered airstrike, and now Carl Teasy still looking to continue. Gonna get out in time. Kekadu burning that flicker as well. So they lose the turret on the bottom side. Echo coming out with a little bit of win there, top side, and trading objectives.
Yeah, Kekadu burned that flicker because he wanted to Divine Judgment Carl Teasy, but the animation of his skill knocked up Kekadu just in time. It was an unfortunate coincidence that the moment he flickered in, you knew that he was going to press that Divine Judgment, but the knock-up from the Martis came out first.
Kekadu managing to utilize everything, even for animation of the skill, even Akaja. It works!
Yeah, it works. Well, it didn't work out well for him there.
Yeah, that time it was Carl Teasy. Yawi gonna jump in again. Sensui secures it. Carl Teasy gonna get punished here. Now Yawi running for the hills. The team here trying to help out. Nice final slash, but not gonna be enough. Net's gonna get chased down by Sanford. Still looking for the kill. He grabs it as he falls as well. A 1-for-3 trade in favor of ONIC.
All goes well for Echo, though. They were able to take down the marksman, but ONIC definitely the clear winner there. They're still going to be able to push down the mid lane. Good effort by Echo to at least take down Nets to lessen the damage of this push. But again, another beautiful Retribution duo win for Sensui.
Man, Sensui really has it in his hands. Up against Carl Teasy, he remains unfazed. And looking by the items, I say they had a good start entering mid-game.
Yeah, you know, plays like that is what needs to happen for ONIC Philippines. We talked about momentum. They clearly have had it up to this point. They just got to continue building on it, right? And then punishing Echo to take them to a game 3. And you guys already talked about it. You know, Nets is doing a rather good job at positioning. Eventually, he's going to get chased down with as many tools as Echo has. So Nets eventually will have Wind of Nature at some point, right?
Yeah.
Which then will help him last a little bit longer. He's got the flicker as well. So at some point, too, ONIC starts to need to commit some resources to peel for Nets, especially on these initiations. They're going to find Carl Teasy, though. The damage is there as they just blast him out of the map. Carl Teasy down. And now ONIC, where do they make this play?
Oh, that was a great position there by ONIC. They can make plays in mid and top, shove that so that they now have advantage over the Lord. They will naturally have the advantage, but they can press that even further. Make it difficult for Echo to even consider contesting. The snipe won't land here for Nets. Echo here might actually be able to contest just in time, unless ONIC decide to rush it. But Echo find themselves in a good spot to... Yeah, this is going to be a contest for the first Lord of the game.
I know they have a Kufra, but one thing that Super Prince keeps an eye on for ultimates is that final slash of Sanford. And one way of breaking down the invade and jump of Echo is like putting them into a corner, and that breaks everything down. And that's just they want to keep on doing it, and they have good angles to point at. Specifically Nets on that last Lord fight, man, he got really good angles.
Yeah. And right now he is at a good angle for himself to keep safe. Beauty staying back. Of course, again, naturally, the Claude will be behind 1,000. Nets already on the way to, or maybe already built that.
Seal play, they heard it.
Wow, they're coming to sandwich down. The flicker's going to come through. Kekadu does find the pole here. Carl Teasy's in trouble. Still able to survive, though. He falls back for now to the orange buff. And ultimately, nothing happens, even with the initiation from ONIC there.
3 ultimates down. Yawi still has the one way of punishing this. Oh, that's a knock-up. Oh, it's almost hurting from Nets.
Yeah, ONIC right now taking their time, even though they saw that Carl Teasy was low. No information as to where the jungler of Echo is on the map, so ONIC cannot rush this. Oh, but that's a good stun.
They're still okay. Yawi gonna jump in, not able to find the connection he's looking for. Sanford now in the focus. Ryota here has the Vengeance pop, still able to survive for quite a while before falling here. Now Lord gonna be the focus. Can they capitalize on it? Carl Teasy pushed out, Sensui securing the Lord, and Sanford running back to base here with the team.
A great instincts there by ONIC. The moment they saw Yawi, good adjustment there. Used the dash to avoid what could have been an incredibly damaging setup coming in from the Kufra. With that sidestep, it was just a textbook reversal, a counter coming in from ONIC. Key items here already a Wind of Nature on the hands of Nets. See here, total damage are actually dealt by the mid laners, but that Tom's XP lane pick has been big for ONIC.
Yeah.
Ryota has been the anchor for team fights. He's been the one stopping Sanji and especially Benny Cutie from entering.
I love how ONIC is adjusting right now. In terms of team fights, they're more capable of getting a pick off, right? They have the Kaja and they have the Grok. And one thing that they're waiting for is probably mistakes on who's going to make the first move. And on the other hand, their positioning, they always know that Yaoi can come out of nowhere, and how they able to use that space, uses all the resources for Echo to even get in for a counter punish.
Right now, they're going to be assaulting this top side. We'll see if Echo can actually defend. The flicker comes through. There's the pull on Sanford. He's trying to get out of here. Sanji dropped the feathered airstrike. Lord's still going to be up. They lose the turret. There's the damage. Yaoi has the immortality, but it's going to fall to nets. And now Echo on the defense. Carl Teasy looking for a cutoff here. They can't find it just yet. Now Benny Cutie going to focus on Sensui. The backup is there, though. Echo not wanting to take this fight. Carl Teasy going to have to get back to his team here. Sensui trying to just show some face. The rest of Echo going to defend the mid lane for now.
Yeah, Yaoi's just struggling right now to be in the front line.
Yeah, every time he shows up himself there, ONIC are countering that really well.
Yeah.
Yaoi flies in. If Yaoi doesn't hit anyone, ONIC will counter punish immediately. So Yaoi needs to adjust his timings and his decision making when it comes to when he enters team fights a little bit more.
Yeah, this was one thing I was about to ask you, Redmar. The defense right now of Yaoi, he has the immortality used. Molten Essence up against the defense now of ONIC. He can out-sustain some damage that they have on the lead right now.
Yeah, it seems like he's going to be getting that Radiant Armor then eventually. He had to rush the Immortality because of the situations he found himself multiple times in. It's like, it was a sign like, oh, I keep diving in, but I keep getting punished. So yeah, I think I'm just going to pick up an Immortality to be a little bit safer right now. Because if ONIC aren't careful, if they pop that Immortality, but they blow their abilities and only pop the Immortality, that means ONIC are down a lot of key abilities to either escape or fight back.
So that's the window that Echo needs to do, because right now we're counting off a bit of checklist on how they can go back for a comeback. So they need to respect the fact that there's always a possibility, and those mistakes, resources being depleted out on the Yellow Hedgehogs, could be one way of getting another, clap back.
Can we just also point out the fact that ONIC has done an amazing job at not allowing Echo to get any space to work with aside from one turret so far in this game? That is huge. And that's why they're having such a big advantage around these objectives. So right now they're going to get the pull again. Carl Teasy all the way to the pit. Able to get out, though, for now. No backup to capitalize on that just yet. Kekadu now going to be in trouble. Sanford going to jump in. Waiting for the rest of the team. Goes in with a flicker, too. Can't find it just yet. Forcing Super Fritz back. Yaoi finds the stun. Two members are down for ONIC. And Echo still looking for more. Kekadu on the run. Sanji, one more hit. Finds it. That's the double. Looking for another. Ryota falls. And in a blunder for ONIC, Echo now charging down the mid lane.
It was half blunder, half Sanford, happened yet again. Death timer's taken. ONIC running out of time. Sensui trying to defend with his heart and his life.
Oh no, Sensui's the last one to defend the base, being slashed out. Sanji takes the kill.
That's going to be it as Echo in a quick maneuver take the game from the momentum that ONIC had.